In today's lecture, we're going to see what are the choices of priority ceiling protocol, right? हम discuss करेंगे कि priority ceiling protocols में क्या-क्या choices हमारे पास available हैं, right? So let's see it. See, if the task never self-yield, the stack-based priority ceiling protocol is a better option than the basic priority ceiling protocol. So what the people are trying to say you or make you understand is that if the task never yield itself, यदि टास्क अपने आप को सेल्फ यील्ड नहीं करता, द टास्क डजंट क्रिएट और जनरेट इटसेल्फ, इन दैट केस what is the option that is available to us? See, we have two options. Either we can opt basic priority ceiling protocol or we can opt for stack based priority ceiling protocol. Now out of these two, which one is the better choice? See, the better choice is stack based priority ceiling protocol, right? So in the situations where the task doesn't generate itself, doesn't create itself, then the best option for us is to go for stack based priority ceiling protocol, right? Now why? Now you'll ask, ma'am, okay fine, out of this basic priority ceiling protocol and the stack based priority ceiling protocol, we have to go for stack based priority ceiling protocol. This is clear to us, but why we should go for that, right? आप पूछेंगे क्यों हम उसको ही क्यों ऑप्ट करें? So the reason behind that is it is simple, reduce simple number of contact switches, right? First thing that is important in this is that stack based priority ceiling is quite simpler as compared to the priority ceiling protocols, right? And second advantage that the stack based priority ceiling protocol is having over the priority ceiling protocol is what? The number of contact switches required in case of stack based priority ceiling protocol is less as compared to the number of contact switches required in case of priority ceiling protocol, right? And plus can also be used allow sharing of runtime stack, right? In this case, in case of priority ceiling protocol, we can also use it to allow the sharing of runtime stack. Runtime stack sharing is also possible in case of priority ceiling protocol, and to save the memory resources. So in order to save the memory resources, we can also, in case of stack based priority ceiling protocol, what is happening? You can share runtime stack, right? Which is not so in case of basic priority ceiling protocol, right? So got the reason why we should opt for stack based priority ceiling protocol over priority ceiling protocol. First, it is simpler as compared to the basic priority ceiling protocol. Second, number of switches that is required is less. Third, in order to save the memory resources, what is allowed in case of priority ceiling protocol, stack based priority ceiling protocol, you can allow sharing of the runtime stack. You can share the runtime stack. Okay, all these 3 points are clear to you? Fine. So let's move further. Both give better performance than priority inheritance protocol. See, we have the in options, both the options which has been provided to us is there, right? So what is the advantage is that both give better performance in the priority. If it's really nice if you go for stack based priority ceiling protocol, because the performance is quite better as compared to the priority ceiling protocol, right? See, assuming the fixed priority scheduling resource uses known is in advance, and we have to make one assumption or prior assumption. What that prior assumption is all about? We have to assume that the fixed priority scheduling, in case of fixed priority scheduling, resource uses is known. Whatever resource is being required, we have prior knowledge of it, right? So this is clear. With what we have to choose over what, right? This is clear that we have to choose stack based priority ceiling protocol above the priority ceiling protocol, right? Now, resource in a dynamic priority systems. Now we are going to discuss what are the resources in dynamic priority systems, right? अब हम देखेंगे कौन से resources हैं that is required in dynamic priority system. See, the priority ceiling protocol assume fixed priority scheduling. अभी हमारा जो जितने भी priority ceiling protocols है उसमें हम सब assume करते हैं क्या? What we assume? What type of assumption has been made by us? The assumption which is made by us is fixed priority scheduling, कि हम इसमें fixed priority scheduling use करते हैं. See, in dynamic priority system, the priorities of a periodic task change over time, while the sets of resources required by each task remain constant. Now, what do we know कि भाई as the word itself implies, dynamic priority system में हमने पढ़ा था what we have studies कि the priorities of the periodic task, जो हमारे periodic task हैं, whatever is been allotted to us with the time gets changed, and while the sets of the resources required by each task remain constant. हमारा जो resource का requirement है, whatever the requirement of resource is there, that's not going to change. It remains going to be constant. But the priority of the periodic task will keep on changing with time. So we have 2 points. Priority keeps changing in the periodic task and resource requirement remain constant, right? So as a sequence, the priority ceiling of each resources changes over time. So we can, in short you can say कि भाई हमारा जो priority ceiling में होता है उसमें क्या होता है, resources changes over the time. ठीक है. For example, let us see an example. As you can see in this example, we have 2 tasks. What are the 2 tasks? T1 and T2. Right, now you can see that the pi t1 equals to 1, pi t1 equals to 2, pi t1 equals to 1. So these are the various values which has been allotted to us. And what is going to be t1 in that case? T1 comes out to be 2 comma 0.9 EDF and T2 comes out to be 5 comma 2.3. Right, now in these both the cases, what is happening? T1 uses the resource X and T2 does not. Now if you see this diagram in detail, or if you see it properly, then you will examine or you will see what you are going to see, that T1 is using the resource X. हमारा जो T1 है वो X resource use कर रहा है, but T2 is not using any resource. So the priority of X is 1, and what is the condition? Which is less than equals to T, and it should be less than equals to 4, becomes 2. So for 4 less than equals to T and T less than equals to 5, even though the sets of the resources required by the task remain unchanged, हमारा जो resource का requirement है, task का जो हमारी resource के requirement है वो unchanged है. Despite of the fact, what we are getting? We are getting that T is less than equals to 4 and T is less than equals to 5, and what it comes out to be 2. So this is clear, right? Now after this we are going to understand what is resource in dynamic priority systems, right? What are the resources in dynamic priority systems that we are going to understand. हम ये समझेंगे, ठीक है? See, in a system, if a job level fixed priority, कोई भी सिस्टम जिसका जॉब लेवल फिक्स प्रायोरिटी का है बट द टास्क लेवल डायनामिक प्रॉपर प्रायोरिटी का है. भाई हमारा कोई भी एक सिस्टम है जिसका जॉब लेवल तो हमारा फिक्स प्रायोरिटी का है, लेकिन जो टास्क लेवल है वो डायनामिक प्रायोरिटी का है. डायनामिक मीन्स समथिंग विच कीप्स ऑन चेंजिंग विद द टाइम. सो अ प्रायोरिटी सीलिंग प्रोटोकॉल कैन स्टिल बी अप्लाइड. हम उस केस में भी हमारा जो प्रायोरिटी सीलिंग प्रोटोकॉल है अप्लाई कर सकते हैं. किस केस में अप्लाई करते हैं? जब हमारा जॉब लेवल तो फिक्स प्रायोरिटी का और टास्क लेवल कीप्स ऑन चेंजिंग विद द टाइम, दैट इज, और इन अदर वर्ड यू कैन से इफ द टास्क लेवल इज ऑफ डायनामिक प्रायोरिटी, राइट? In that case also what we can do, we can apply priority ceiling protocol, right? Now each job in a task has a fixed priority once it is scheduled. हम किसी भी जो जॉब है उसमें, किसी भी टास्क के जॉब में उसकी प्रायोरिटी एक बार फिक्स होती है, हैज़ अ फिक्स प्रायोरिटी वंस इट इज़ शेड्यूल. जब हम एक बार इसको शेड्यूल कर लेंगे तो उसकी प्रायोरिटी क्या हो जाएगी? फिक्स हो जाएगी. बट मे बी शेड्यूल एट द डिफरेंट प्रायोरिटी टू द अदर जॉब इन अ टास्क. लेकिन हम क्या कर सकते हैं, उसी टास्क के दूसरे जॉब को हम उसकी डिफरेंट प्रायोरिटी अलॉट कर सकते हैं और शेड्यूल कर सकते हैं. दिस इज क्लियर. नाउ अपडेट द प्रायोरिटी सीलिंग ऑफ ऑल द जॉब ईच टाइम अ न्यू जॉब इज इंट्रोड्यूस. जब भी हम प्रायोरिटी सीलिंग प्रोटोकॉल, उस प्रायोरिटी सीलिंग के अंदर जितनी भी जॉब्स होते हैं उन सबको अपडेट करते हैं, तो व्हाट हैपन इन दैट केस? इन दैट केस ईच टाइम अ न्यू जॉब इज इंट्रोड्यूस, वी हैव टू इंट्रोड्यूस अ न्यू जॉब. यूज until updated on the next job releases. जब तक हमारा जो नेक्स्ट जॉब है वो रिलीज़ नहीं हो जाएगा तब तक हर बार हमें एक नया जॉब इंट्रोड्यूस करना पड़ेगा जब भी हमारा प्रायोरिटी सीलिंग का अपडेट चल रहा है. ठीक है, दिस इज क्लियर. Fine. Now proven to the work have the same priority as the priority ceiling protocol in a fixed priority system. What they are saying is that proven to the work and have same priorities, sorry, it's not priority, it's property. So what they are trying to say is that proven to the work and have the same property as the priority ceiling protocol in fixed priority system. What happens in the fixed priority systems? They have the same priority, right, as the priority ceiling protocol. That's what they are trying to say, right? Now but every insufficient, since the priority ceiling update frequently, it is definitely going to be very insufficient. And why, or inefficient? Why it's going to be inefficient? Why the efficiency is not good? The efficiency is not good because, why? Because the priority ceiling updates frequently. We know in case of dynamic system, the priority of the ceiling updates frequently and may be occur to use the priority inheritance protocol, right? In such cases, it may be, better option. What could be the better option? To use priority inheritance protocol, right? Why? Because it accepts longer blocking, right? This is clear. Now we'll see maximum duration of blocking. What is going to be the maximum duration of blocking, or in other words, you can say for how long we can block a system, right? So we have, for that we have to assume any jobs J1 and J2, content of a resource R. We have to consider job J1 and J2, and other parameter is resource which is denoted by R, where J1 is higher priority job. See, this has as you can see in the diagram, the two jobs in B is being shown. First is J1 over here and second one is J2. Now, and the resources are, now job J1 is having higher priority than job J2, right? So when using the priority inheritance protocol, J2 might be transitively blocked for the duration of the next priority job critical section. अभी because क्योंकि हमारा J1 की हायर प्रायोरिटी है देन J2, तो उस केस में क्या होगा, हमारा J2 है वो ट्रांजिटिवली ब्लॉक होने की सिचुएशन में आ सकता है. किसके लिए, किस टाइम स्लॉट के लिए, ड्यूरेशन, किस टाइम ड्यूरेशन के लिए, फॉर द नेक्स्ट प्रायोरिटी जॉब क्रिटिकल सेक्शन. किसी भी नेक्स्ट प्रायोरिटी जॉब के क्रिटिकल सेक्शन के लिए हमारा J2 है वो हमारा ट्रांजिटिवली ब्लॉक हो सकता है. क्यों? क्योंकि J1 की प्रायोरिटी J2 से हायर है, इसलिए J1 ब्लॉक नहीं होगा. J2 होगा किस पर्टिकुलर टाइम स्लॉट के लिए होगा, क्रिटिकल सेक्शन, राइट, प्रायोरिटी जॉब्स क्रिटिकल सेक्शन टाइम के लिए. ठीक है. एंड एज यू कैन सी इन द डायग्राम, द blocking time has been mentioned of J1. What that, it's going to be yellow and blue color. It's denoted by the rectangle yellow and blue color. And J2 is preempted immediately after its lock resource. What? Once the lock it lock the resource, J2 get preempted, right? So when using the priority inheritance protocol, J2 might be transitively blocked durations for the next priority job critical section. This is clear. Now the worst case is that if it is blocked for every other lower priority job for the full duration of the each priority job critical condition. So this is definitely going to be a worst case, right? This is all clear. I have shown you an example what could be the maximum duration of the blocking, right? We have also seen what are the resources in the dynamic priority systems. Before that we have also seen the resources in the dynamic priority systems. So I think that's all for today, and still if you find any problem, please feel free to ask me. Thank you very much for watching this video.